Everybody, my name is Sierra Sen, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made this dark chocolate treat right here, chocolate chantilly, out of just 2 chocolate bars and half a cup of water. So like I said, 2 chocolate bars, total of 200 grams. Mine just happen to be 100 grams each, maximum of 72% cocoa. They've got to have lecithin in both of them. That's going to really help this treat be totally delicious and solidify perfectly. So, 2 things of dark chocolate bars, and half a cup of water, and you are set to make this treat right here. So if you'd like to join me, keep on watching. Hey everybody, this is Sierra coming to you from behind the screen to talk to you about how I made this chocolate chantilly. So we started by heating water so that we can prep it to melt the chocolate and water mixture.
I want to go pet the doggy, but I can't pet the dog.
Here I placed the bowl on top of the heated water to start to melt that chocolate and water mixture without mixing all that extra water into it. At this point, I'm prepping behind the camera the ice water mixture that we're going to go ahead and put the chocolate mixture into next. Alright, and there you'll see that ice water mixture I was talking about. We're going to transfer that bowl into the bowl with the ice water mixture. And we're going to start to whisk that there to hopefully start to emulsify that mixture. So it's about at this point that I realized that I didn't think I had the right mixture or ratio of chocolate to water, and at this point I decided that I was going to reheat the chocolate. So now we're reheating the chocolate, adding a couple more pieces of chocolate, and at this point we're at about roughly 175 grams of the chocolate. We're going to continue to melt it and then put it back in the ice water mixture. Alright, now we've got it back in that ice water mixture. We're whisking, and I believe I did this process one more time. So I went through, I put it back on the hot water, I used an electric mixture, and by the end of this, I had decided to go ahead and put the mixture into the freezer, and this helped it solidify so much better. And you'll see later I did 2 taste tests on how it tasted before I put it in the freezer and after I put it in the freezer, and I think we all came to a consecutive decision that the cold chocolate chantilly, the frozen, more solidified version, definitely was better. And so I personally would recommend doing that. And so I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so now that we are done with the cooking portion of this video, now it's on to the fun part of the chemical explanation as to why chocolate chantilly becomes the thick, moussey texture that it does. So, right here, this is oil and water emulsion. So, I bet you're wondering now what emulsion is. And the Oxford Language Dictionary defines emulsion as a fine dispersion of minute droplets of one liquid in another, in which it is not soluble or miscible. So that means that the one liquid will not mix or dissolve into the other. That's why the oil and water emulsion makes perfect sense, because oil and water will not mix into each other. So, that being said, when hot water is added and chocolate is melted, an emulsion system is formed. So when you saw me in the video melting the water and the chocolate into each other, that's what we were doing, was creating that emulsion system. So water becomes the continuous phase and oil becomes the dispersed phase. Therefore, is an oil and water emulsion. And that's just what defines this as this specific type of emulsion. So when we were whisking it together in the cold water, it introduced air cells into these emulsion. Woo. The oil molecules move around and coat the air cells when cooled down over an ice bath. Oil molecules solidify into fat crystals, trapping the air permanently. So this is when the mixture started to solidify and harden and become that thicker consistency than that runny, liquidy chocolate syrup texture that we had before. And that right there is how we created the chocolate chantilly. So this is taste test number 1 of the chocolate chantilly. I just got done making it. I think it had a difficult time thickening up. I think it might have needed to sit for a little bit. So it's in the freezer right now for 10 minutes to see if that affects anything. But these are my 2 taste testers. Do you guys want to say your names?
My name is Tessa. My name is AJ.
And they're going to be taste testing our first round of the chocolate chantilly. So y'all can try it. It's dark chocolate, and they're used to milk chocolate, so I don't know. Okay, it definitely thickened up sitting there. Does it taste like dark chocolate? Right, let me try. Yeah.
Oh God.
It's definitely dark chocolate, but it thickened up really nice. It reminds me of something that of the tuxedo cake from Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, it does?
It does. It's dark chocolate. It definitely thickened up nice.
I should always have milk next to me.
Just take right off the spoon. Dark chocolate for sure. But it thickened up nice, so.
That does taste like
That was taste test 1. Hey, so now we're back for taste test number 2.
Hello.
This is Tessa again, and AJ has dropped out because he didn't like the first time. But, so now this is the frozen chocolate chantilly, and I think I'm saying that right, we'll have to see.
Chantilly.
But now it's looking definitely a lot more like ice cream.
And dark.
And we're gonna see if the taste is any better now that it's super cold and chilled. And it's definitely
scared.
a thicker consistency.
I have something next to me for the taste in case I didn't like it.
But now we're gonna try it and see if it tastes different, better, worse. So let's see. I think it tastes good. I know you don't like dark chocolate though.
I give it a...
So out of 10, what would you give it?
It's not one of my favorite things, but it's still pretty good. So I might give it a 4.
A 4 out of 10? I think I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Just because I like dark chocolate, but it isn't my favorite. But it reminds me of my favorite cake from Cheesecake Factory. Anyways, so I think it was having a...